I understand my daughter sought your counsel.
And you refuse to entertain her flights of fancy, correct?
It is no mere fancy, my lord. She does this for the sake of the people.
We do not doubt her good intentions. It is the method with which we take issue.
Highness.
Good intentions.
Highness.
My daughter, she is young and foolhardy, and will need your support.
Highness.
I heard you, Albert. What is it?
Are you unwell?
No, I am quite all right, thank you. Is that a shooting star?
It must be. Right?
But it was so low. Come.
Highness! My word, what is it?
Nothing I have ever laid eyes on. I shall take a closer look.
No, you mustn't. Stay back where it is safe. But it cannot be.
So it was a vehicle. One that traverses the sky, no less.
But how? Could it be the Empire?
Is that?
The Fiend of the Weald. It has found him.
He is unarmed. Your sword, Albert. Quickly.
Highness, we know not his...
You there. Take this.
Whoa, whoa, lady! You've a death wish. To arms!
No idea what's going on, but not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Aight, let's rumble! Thanks for that. Don't know what I would have done if you...
Silence. Who are you?
Sheesh. And if I tell you, you'll let me go, right?
Let you go? After witnessing you exiting a foreign ship? You're more fool than you look.
Wait. You two know that's a ship? Let me guess. You're the assholes who shot us down, aren't you?
Incoming. Long-range subspace transmission from Antonio Lawrence.
Huh?
Raymond! It's me, Antonio. Can you hear me? Ray, come in!
I knew you weren't alone. Show yourself!
Huh? Who in the hell are you? This isn't Raymond Lawrence!
Step into the light!
Hey, asshole. Harm a single hair on my brother, and your planet's scorched earth, you hear me? Raymond, where are you?
How is this possible? This voice? I see no one.
Big ask, I know, but mind if I answer him real quick? After that, I swear, I'm all yours.
Very well.
Princess!
If he truly had armed fighters waiting, we would be slain several times over by now. Go on. Do not keep your comrade waiting, Sir Raymond Lawrence.
Oh, why, thank you, milady. And, as for your butler, or whatever, mind telling him to back it up?
How dare you!
As you wish. We shall give you the space you ask in good faith. In exchange, you will tell us who you are and the nature of your talking airship.
Awesome. Okay, sounds like we got a deal. What the feds don't know can't hurt them. Antonio? It's me, Raymond.
Ray, are you okay?
Yeah, define okay. Had a run-in with the Federation, and it didn't end too well for the Midas.
What the hell?
Emergency landing on some planet called Aster 4. Locals are real friendly. And listening right now.
Are you shitting me?
Chloe's down here somewhere too, but I lost track of her pod on entry. And big question mark on the rest. Look, you've got to get here, man. We need you.
Sir Raymond, Antonio,
Hey, that voice. That one of Astor's friendly locals?
I can guarantee Raymond's safety while he is stranded in this land, on one condition. You answer my question. Are you aligned with the Vale Empire?
The who? Yeah, don't even know him.
Vile dissembler!
Albert. Your comrades. Have you any idea of their whereabouts?
Well, at the moment, not a clue. Girl named Chloe was riding one of these when she crashed way that away.
And this ship, is it possible for anyone to pilot it?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point of them. That said, mine's run out of juice, so it's not going anywhere for the time being.
So, if we provide it with more of this juice, theoretically, would we be able to pilot it?
Aren't you a curious one? Huh?
Can it be?
Hey, speak of the devil.
Madness.
Oh, how magnificent.
Computer, get me a read on that craft. Was it from the Midas? Who's on it?
Readings indicate the pod was also ejected from the Midas. No passenger signal detected.
Is there a town or something in that direction?
Not a town, no.
Astonishing.
Only the Medum ruins.
Albert, you must see this.
Highness.
Thanks for the info. Oh, and, gonna hang on to this for a while longer.
Halt! Sorry, buddy, but no can do.
Hold there. We will accompany you. The ruins can be a treacherous place. And 2 friendly locals could assist.
Oh, for the love of...
Ah, fair point. Thank you.
You may call me Laeticia. And this gentleman here is Albert. Stand down, Albert. We are here to help him. Is that clear?
As you wish.
Awesome. Hey, Antonio. We'll catch up later, all right? Wish us luck.
Roger that. Stay safe down there.
You guys. I'll explain the ins and outs of all this junk once I know my crew's safe. So, we got a deal?
Yes, we do. Shall we then, Raymond?
Wait. No more full name stuff. Just Ray is good.
All right. Ray?
Awesome. Okay, let's move.
Highness, we cannot trust this man.
Perhaps. Yet, he intrigues me.
Intrigues you?
And another thing. I asked you specifically to not refer to me as Highness.
Curses. He knows?
If not already, then he soon will. It is important we remain on the best of terms with him. If we fail, then we will need him on our side.
Please, please, please be okay. You gotta be kidding me.
What is it?
Elena. Why?
Ray.
Why'd I have to play the hero? Why couldn't I just get in a damn escape pod? Some captain I am.
Ray!
Duma production model 004213 activating. Confirmed. Life forms in need of protection.
What?
Warning. Warning. Hostile entities identified. Engaging defensive mode.
Highness, are you all right?
I believe so. But what is this?
Later. Right now, we've got company. Decided to bring out the big guns, huh?
Ray, what is this?
Beats me. Your guess is as good as mine.
I thought it was yours.
More like in my care than actually mine.
Duma, is that correct? We know you have the faculty of speech. We heard you. Oh, feeling shy, are we? Ray, might this be some new form of semiomancy?
There's that word again. Is it like your version of symbology or something?
Symbology.
Never mind. Anyway, thanks you two. I really appreciate it. Oh, and while I'm at it, here.
And what will you do once we part?
Well, try and figure out where my friends are, for one.
These lands are vast. What will you do for lodging, for food, for survival? What if your companions are across the sea? Would you swim? To that end, Ray, I have a proposition for you. Assist us in our journey, and we shall assist you in yours.
Are you sure that's smart? Only thing you know about me is my name.
And we ought rectify that at once, for learning more about the other is sure to benefit us both.
Highness?
Albert, should Raymond agree, he will be in our care. Whatever comes of this, I shall bear the consequences. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Laeticia Aucerius, Crown Princess of Aucerius. And this is Albert Bergholm, my royal retainer.
Oh, shoot. I thought he was kidding when he called you Highness.
Oh, you think us liars?
Put yourself in my shoes. Doubt you'd be saying anything differently.
Indeed. Not over far from these ruins is the village of Larset. There, we shall find a quiet moment to talk.
I, might have to hold on to this for a while.
Please do. Consider it a symbol of the trust we have placed in you. It is uncouth to eavesdrop on a family matter.
And to unconditionally trust these two is folly. They could very well be exploiting our ignorance for their own personal gain, and we'd be none the wiser.
Think you can trust them?
Does it matter? I need them. But even if I didn't, they're reasonable people. Plus, they saved my life. That's enough for me.
Albert?
It's nothing.
Hey, my bro says he wants to talk with you guys.
Hello?
Yes?
Yesterday, I was pretty upset and said some pretty rude things to you. Apologies for not doing this face to face. I'd like to make a fresh start. My name is Antonio Lawrence, Raymond's older brother.
Sir Antonio, my name is Laeticia Aucerius. And with me is...
Albert Bergholm, sir.
Miss Aucerius, Mr. Bergholm. I'm sure Raymond here comes off as a strange and weird man. But please, look after my little brother for me. The Lawrence family comes from a long line of well-known merchants. We always pay our debts.
Nothing to fear, sir. We shall do our utmost to ensure the safety of your brother.
I appreciate it. Ray, try not to be too much of an annoyance to your new friends. Good luck. Over and out.
You are loved.
I wish, but nah, you just can't help treating me like a kid. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to sleep in a bed. Let's get going.
Agreed. Let us depart.
That's the kind of meal that makes you glad to be alive. All right, so, where do you want to begin?
First, would you mind telling us whence you hail?
If you thought I said some weird stuff before, brace yourself. I'm from another world, one that's far, far away in the sky.
Another world, you say?
Far away in the sky?
You know, like how you can cross a mountain to get to another village, or the ocean to get to another continent. If you fly high enough, you can cross the sky and reach other worlds.
Like the stars? Which star do you call home?
Whoa now. 1, it's a planet, not a star. 2, you can't see it from here.
I've never heard something so asinine.
Well, that's because people on planets like yours don't usually learn this for a couple hundred more years. Anyway, my job is to transport cargo between planets. And we now know Duma was my cargo. My vessel, the Midas, was attacked by another planet's battleship. And I was forced to flee here. Right now, I'm looking for a crew member, Chloe. Gotta be traipsing about here somewhere.
Oddly lackadaisical way of describing being lost in an unknown land.
She's got a good head on her shoulders, and she's great with languages. Roughing it a little won't bother her. And now, I'd like you to answer something for me. What's a princess doing sneaking around outside her castle, with only one bodyguard in tow?
Because I too am looking for someone. Per my intelligence, at one point, he was seen entering the Medum ruins. Therefore, I have a proposition. In return for helping in your search for Chloe, I would like you to assist us in ours.
Sure, but I don't know how much help I'll be. I'm not even from here.
The person we seek is hardly congenial, but he is inquisitive. Your presence will be more persuasive than any argument we can make.
Sounds like I got my work cut out for me.
Perhaps some further information would help. His name is Midas Felgrid. He was a former Meister, one of the 3 most accomplished semiomancers in all of Aucerius. It was long in the coming, but I have finally taken steps forward. I trust that you are willing to help me take a few more, Duma? Strange. What is he doing at this time of night?
Morning. Before we head out, I just wanted to thank you again. So, thanks, Laeticia, Albert.
Good morning to you too, Ray.
So, where exactly are we headed? I kinda forgot.
The mining town of Delric, which lies far to the south. Once we reach it, we can take stock of our situation.
Oh, right. Sorry, this is the first time I've had a good night's sleep in a while. I'm still not quite with it yet.
Then you'll have yourself to blame if you are attacked.
Talk about bustling.
Well, Delric is the largest and most productive mining town in the kingdom. Don't expect us to go looking for you if you get lost.
Yeah. So, what's our next move?
First thing tomorrow morning, we go pay a visit to the resident Iatromancer.
Iatromancer?
A rare breed of specialized semiomancer. They are charged with mending people's wounds and treating their ailments.
And we're paying this person a visit because they likely know where Midas is?
Yes, it is likely, but...
But...
Never mind, it matters not. What matters, though, is getting some much-needed rest. Okay, see you around. Oops, sorry about that.
It's quite all right. You're not hurt, are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Never seen you here before. But if you're feeling under the weather, don't hesitate to drop by the infirmary. The Iatromancer there is one of the best in the business, so you'll be in good hands. All right, gotta run.
That was strange.
Perhaps he is out.
Wait a sec. You're that sick guy I bumped into last night.
Hey, this girl the gifted Iatromancer you were talking about?
I very much doubt that.
Wow, talk about rude. You come in here and call me bad at my job?
That was not my intent. I simply meant that you are not who we have come to see. We have traveled quite the distance to employ the services of one Marcus Eason.
Oh, you're here for the doctor. Sorry. My name's Nina. I'm an apprentice Iatromancer, and by extension, Dr. Eason's assistant.
A pleasure.
So then, I assume he's the one who needs to see a doctor.
As I have said, I am fine.
I'm sure you've come a long way, but the doctor can't see you. The thing is, he's not even in right now. He left for the mines to collect some samples for his research. By the sound of it, he probably won't be back anytime soon.
Dr. Eason!
What's the matter?
Nina! Fiends have appeared from the mines to the east. There are many wounded. We need you. Now!
Wait, the mines? That's where the doctor said he was going. How many people have been injured? Do you know?
I don't know, tons! I wasn't gonna stop and count!
We got your back on this, Nina. Round up all the supplies we can. No time to be picky.
All right, sounds good. And thanks for the support. I mean it!
Breathe.
Think it's poison?
Can't feel my legs.
Siphon the venom out!
Didn't know it'd be this bad. All right, people, got an Iatromancer here. And she brought medicine.
Okay, first I gotta figure out what exactly is wrong with them. Next, need to find a place where I can lay everything out. Then...
Someone do something!
Damn, just can't catch a break, huh? Albert, Laeticia, Duma, you ready to throw down?
Of course.
This shall not take long.
For my own understanding, do you often see these monsters around here?
No. I've never seen anything like them in my life.
Now that you mention it, Have you even met this doctor before?
I have.
Nina's pretty busy, so I guess that leaves us three to get him out.
You mean the 3 people who have no clue how to navigate these tunnels?
We might not, but this little puppy will, once we log our route. That way, we can at least get back out.
Then it is decided. Into the depths we go.
So be it. However, these mines will be teeming with fiends. By failing to prepare, we prepare for death. I don't understand. This nest has had time to develop and no monsters have attacked? How is that possible?
I'd say ask that thing, but looks like it ain't in the mood.
Indeed. Were that monstrosity their mother, these eggs would spell the town's doom upon hatching.
Should probably get rid of them ASAP. Might want to tell the townspeople too afterwards. Huh?
Dr. Eason!
Oh, there you are, buddy. Good thing we got to you before the hatchlings could.
I haven't been this tired in forever. You gotta take better care of yourselves, people.
Rest assured, they appreciate your efforts.
And we can appreciate that the doctor's wounds were not serious.
Only because you were there to help him. I'll make sure he hears about your great deed when he wakes up. Wait. I just realized something. I still don't even know any of your names.
Not like we really had time for introductions anyway. My name's Raymond, but you can call me Ray. Everyone else does.
I am Albert.
And I am Laeticia.
So we have Raymond, or Ray, then there's Albert, and last but not least, Laeticia. Okay, I think I got it. As soon as he wakes up, I'll send a missive to the inn where you're staying. Again, I can't thank you enough for saving his life.
We shall be waiting with bated breath.
Come on, girl. We saved a ton of lives today. They'll probably erect a statue of us in the middle of town or something. So cheer up, okay?
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. The doctor's been waiting for you. Please, go on in.
I cannot say I expected you to save me. Nonetheless, I'm glad you're in good health, Laeticia.
I too am glad to see you well, Marcus.
Huh? Wait a second. Do you two know each other?
And that makes you...
Albert Bergholm. It's been quite some time, Marquess.
That it has. I barely recognized you. And you, good sir, must be Raymond. I cannot thank you enough for saving the people of our fair town.
Think nothing of it. Seeing you in good spirits is thanks enough.
And so, Lady Laeticia, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come in search of Midas Felgrid and thought you might know his whereabouts.
What business do you have with him, if I may ask?
I wish him to accompany me to the capital. A threat looms over the kingdom, and without his assistance, we shall succumb to it.
My lady, I assume you are privy to the true cause of his resignation?
I believe the royal family and its advisors took umbrage with his methods.
Then you understand why I cannot in good conscience reveal his whereabouts. Nothing can change that.
Nothing at all. Are you certain?
Perhaps if your motivation differed, so would my answer.
Marcus.
I ask, you take your leave. And if you would be so kind, refrain from calling upon me henceforth.
Huh. What the hell happened between you three? Had to be something, the way he was acting.
Wait! Don't go! I need to ask you something!
Nina?
So, Laeticia, you're not just some page from the capital, are you? I don't think I've ever heard the doctor speak so deferentially to anyone in my life. The two of you also seem to know each other. Do you know Uncle Midas too?
Uncle Midas?
At the very least, you have to know that Dr. Eason was one of Aucerius' 3 wise men, just like Uncle Midas.
So the doc's like, famous or something?
And suppose I do.
Then you might be interested in this. My full name is Nina DeForge.
DeForge? Would you happen to mean the same DeForge as...
I do. My father, who served alongside Midas and Dr. Eason as one of the 3 wise men, is none other than... Filberto DeForge. So, what do you say? Can someone like little ol' me join you? Maybe the street's not the best place for this. We can talk at my house. It's just on the other side of the inn. Please, make yourselves at home.
She's researching Helgar's disease? If I may, where is Maester DeForge?
He passed away 7 years ago.
He did?
Yes, and ever since, Dr. Eason has been my guardian and my teacher. He taught me all I know about iatromancy.
So you didn't learn anything from your dad?
He did leave me a lot of documents, but no, he never taught me anything himself. And to be fair, I never even thought to ask. I had zero idea how important he or the doctor was before he died.
What the devil are you doing here?
An accomplished semiomancer has died, and I wish to pay my respects.
The deceased does not wish you to, so please take your leave.
Yes, I suppose you are right. He wouldn't want to see my face. Huh? You must be Filberto's daughter. I can see both him and Amalia in you. You have the face of a semiomancer.
Perhaps she does, but Filberto did not wish for her to walk the same path. Hence, I raise her as my own.
If Filberto is watching us from beyond, I am sure your words have put any fears he had to rest. I will leave you to grieve. Laeticia, Albert, let us away.
I knew I heard the name Laeticia before.
Nina.
Let me be honest with you, Your Highness. There's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I know it's presumptuous to ask, but if you promise to help me achieve it, then I promise to help you in return. I'll try and persuade the doc to tell you where Midas is.
You will?
Of course. I mean, it's not like you did anything wrong. Your family may have been at odds with him, but you've saved both him and this town. You're obviously a good person.
Hey, I remember the doctor saying something about if our motivation was different, his answer would be too. So maybe we could work with that?
I think that ship has sailed.
Either way, now doesn't seem like the best time. No matter what we say, he's not going to listen to us. Ray, you mind coming with me to the infirmary? Alone?
To do what, though?
Just the usual work is all. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
What could they possibly be doing at the infirmary?
Whatever it is, I have a bad feeling about it.
To think that funeral was for Maester de Forge. My ignorance shames me.
You and I were but children. How could we remember?
I disagree. We may have been young, but not so young as to forget. Our age is no excuse.
Your Highness.
Maester de Forge may have been the eldest of the three wise men, but he had seen far fewer years than my father. That is for certain. 'Tis quite strange.
Hey, you might want to think about getting out of here, and soon! The dog's on his way as we speak!
Pardon? Have we a destination?
Place called Rifle, apparently. Going there to get meds.
To get medicine?
Whatever, who cares? Let's just go! Unless you want to face the doctor's wrath, then be my guest! Don't worry, Dad. I got this. You'll see. All right, now all that's left is to make it out of this place without getting caught.
So it's a port.
Ray?
Ain't gonna break our promise or anything. I was just thinking. Might be a ship bound for where Chloe touched down, you know?
I see. We should make for the pier. If any ferries have successfully made the crossing, they shall be there.
How about you, Nina? You cool with going to the port?
Of course, I needed to go there anyway, so no complaints here.
Why are the ferries to Kato still out of commission? I can't run a business like this.
You trying to hightail it to the capital too, huh? Well, I've got bad news for you. The Vale Empire's got it locked down with their warships, and they're not withdrawing them anytime soon.
You are kidding me!
If I were, prices wouldn't be through the roof. I can barely put food on the table myself. Maybe those rumors about a war brewing weren't so far-fetched after all. Just forget Kato and the capital even exist. You'll sleep better at night.
Guess the laws of supply and demand apply no matter what planet you're on. Distro goes down and prices go up. Speaking of which, we came here to buy stuff, right? Are we even gonna be able to do that?
Not actually sure. I didn't think shipping routes would be closed when we left, so we might be in trouble. Mind if I hit the infirmary now? It's right around here, and I don't want to risk missing out.
Oh, you cannot be serious! There aren't any ships running? What's the holdup? When are they gonna set sail again?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Regular service has been temporarily suspended due to the appearance of the Imperial warships.
What? Temporarily suspended? Isn't there anything you can do?
I can't do much if the ships don't set sail.
Ooh, I got the best idea. You need to sneak into the Imperial capital.
Huh? What?
You gotta bust in there and knock some sense into somebody. The Emperor, whoever. Then the Emperor will stop sending out its warships and you guys can resume service, right?
That's a good one.
Do I look like I'm joking? Because I'm not. At all.
Please, I told you, regular service is suspended!
Ugh, he was useless anyway. But what am I supposed to do if their stupid ships are too chicken to set sail? You're gonna have to think of something, old Welch.
A most eccentric young woman, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, you can say that again. Hey, looks like she might have dropped something.
Oh, a ring. I believe this symbol represents the Vineyards, a well-known merchant family in Delric. would it not?
Good afternoon. Is Dr. Vanel here?
If it isn't little Nina. I heard those monsters were quite the handful.
Wait, you did? How?
When goods aren't coming in, your ears tend to perk up at news that might affect your bottom line.
So then your stock is low, huh?
I've got enough for the time being. Hold on a moment. I'll get you the usual.
I don't want to be rude, but if all we're doing is picking up some drugs, remind me why you wanted us to tag along?
Sorry, that's not the real reason. There's something I want Laeticia to see.
Sorry for the wait. Why the long face, Nina?
If it's not too much trouble, can we see the patient?
His illness is quite advanced. Just don't get too close.
I'll make sure not to. If it's all right, I'd like to show you all something.
Is he afflicted with...
Yes, Helgar's disease. It's claimed the lives of 20 people already, and shows no signs of slowing down.
That many?
Laeticia, if you don't mind, could I come with you to the capital? I need to visit the Semiomancy Consortium.
What exactly is that?
The main institution where semiomantic research is conducted. It has the best facilities in the kingdom.
That goal I was talking about? It's to cure Helgars. And to do that, I'll need to learn a lot more about iatromancy. Please, I just want to rid the world of the disease that killed my father.
The rub is, would Maester Marcus approve of that?
If he doesn't, we'll never learn enough about it, and more people will die. I can't let this disease spread any further than it already has. Dr. Eason and I can only do so much by ourselves.
I understand your concern, but that's not why we're here. We're here to convince the doctor to disclose Maester Felgrid's whereabouts. I personally have no issue with escorting you to the consortium. However, were that to irreparably sour your relationship with Dr. Eason, it would defeat the whole purpose of this endeavor.
I don't know. Call it a gut feeling, but I seriously doubt Marcus is that stubborn of a person.
Do you?
Anywho, let's head to Delric. Taking detours isn't gonna earn us any favors with him.
Fair enough. It's not as if we gain anything by staying in Rifle.
Albert!
Pardon the indiscretion, but no need to worry. I can stand by my...
Yikes, he's burning up. This is bad. Dr. Vanel, we need you to look at someone right away. Please!
Illness and travel are inseparable bedfellows. I doubt it's anything serious.
That is a great relief.
There is something I'd like to ask, however. What manner of creation is that arm?
Before I continue, please speak to no one of what you will hear. He has lived with that arm for 14 years now. I can only assume he has lived with that pain equally long, abiding it with stoic countenance so as not to worry me.
No need for such decorum. Someone of your station does not need to lower herself to mine. As for Albert, I'm afraid I'm not the iatromancer Marcus is. I recommend his second opinion. Tell him those are my exact words, and I'm certain he'll oblige.
He will?
Marcus isn't so set in his ways that he'd ignore Nina. Nor Filberto's wishes.
Dr. Vanel.
You've had enough excitement today. Go rest. I'll tell Albert when he comes to.
Very well. Thank you, Doctor.
How is he?
Well enough to be discharged tomorrow morning. A little fatigued is all, apparently.
Good to hear.
The doctor also suggested we have Maester Eason look at him once we return to Delric.
Weird. Guess Nina was right about Albert looking sick then.
Indeed. This ordeal has taken its toll on me as well. Let us return to our lodgings.
Thank you all for looking after me, and sorry to have been such a burden, especially to you, Nina.
You absolutely sure you're okay?
I am. You shan't see me on my knees again.
Bluster if you want. You will not weasel out of your trip to Dr. Eason's.
Of course. Perish the thought.
Okay then, let's get on getting back to Delric.
Nina!
Here you go, Doctor. The, medicine you asked for and stuff.
Don't hear you go me, Missy. And what in the name of all that's holy are you doing here?
Maester, do not be angry at Nina. She has only brought me here to see you as a patient.
Did I hear you right?
Dr. Vanel examined me in Rifle. However, he suggested that I get a second opinion from you. These are for you, the referral and my medical records.
I'll see what I can do.
A prosthetic, huh?
This lasted 14 years? Anyone else but Midas, and it would have fallen apart ages ago. But even he couldn't keep it from deteriorating. He created this prosthesis using semiomancy. It was designed to grow with its wearer, as would true flesh.
Wait, so not only does it move like a normal arm, it grows like one too? How is that not the invention of the century?
If only everyone were as elated as you upon its unveiling, things would have been quite different.
Maester Eason.
You may put your armor back on. I've seen all that I need to. I appreciate Vanel's referral, but I know little about this arm. Midas, on the other hand. All right, I'll tell you. Midas currently resides in the village of Ada. He's your only hope of fixing Albert's prosthesis.
Thank you so much.
A word of caution, he is a peculiar one. It was he the council directed their ire toward years ago. Persuading him will be no simple task.
Nor will it dissuade us. Thank you again. I know you did not have to tell us.
Any hiatromancer in my position would have.
Wait, does that mean we're leaving right now?
Indeed, time is of the essence, and Maester Felgrid is integral to our mission. We cannot afford to waste a moment.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then, how do I say this?
Nina. Fret not, for I would be honored if you joined us. The more allies I have in this endeavor, the better.
You heard the princess. Now see if the doc's cool with it.
Okay, I will. So I guess, Laeticia, I'll be with you in just a sec. Dr. Eason, can I ask you something?
Of course. What is it?
We should give them some privacy.
That we should.
So, where is this Ada?
To the north of the Larkus region, at the summit of a perilously steep mountain.
We should provision ourselves accordingly. As an added benefit, Nina will have the time she needs to settle her affairs.
Works for me. How'd it go?
Good. He didn't even argue. I just told him I wanted to join the consortium, and he said fine. On one condition, that I don't embarrass the princess. How did you know that he would give his consent?
I just know that's how parents are. They don't want their kids to experience the same hardships they did. But at the same time, part of them wants their kids to follow in their footsteps. It's in their blood. And I should know better than most. I followed in my father's. Obviously, the Maesters were pretty pissed at the royal family. Which probably accounts for at least one reason why your old man never mentioned anything about his past. Anyway, he still left you that mountain of research regardless. Just in case you ever decided to become an iatromancer like him. Plus, Dr. Eason made you his apprentice. What I'm trying to say is, both of them are more than happy to support you in your decision.
You think? I guess they would have.
Well, if it took us a trip to Rythel to convince the doc, who knows what it'll take to convince Midas. So let's get going.
Yeah. I'm off, Dad. See you around.
Man, we're still a long ways from Ada, aren't we?
The climb too much for you?
Hey, I'm not the one who collapsed in front of an infirmary. You sure you're up for this?
I had plenty of time to convalesce. I can survive a leisurely hike through nature.
Let's just hope you're right. It's freezing up here.
I must say, I'm surprised you haven't asked about it.
Oh, please. Everyone's got something they don't want to talk about. Besides, you seem like the kind of guy who'd get mad if someone asked him what he had for dinner. No way am I gonna ask about such a touchy subject.
Just what do you think I am?
Cranky killjoy?
What did you—
Shh, not so loud. You're gonna wake the others. Raymond here. Who's this?
It's Elena. How are you holding up down there?
Elena? I knew it! I knew you were alive! Where are you now?
Just outside the gravitational field of the planet you're on. Unfortunately, my pod sustained damage upon ejection, rendering the attitude control inoperable. I couldn't reset the system either. I've been controlling the craft manually.
Hey, I trust you more than any autopilot system. More importantly, though, send me your landing coordinates. This is an underdeveloped planet. I have no clue how long it'll take me to reach you, but I'll do everything I can to get there ASAP.
Thank you, Ray. See you soon. Over and out.
This is great news! So, she's 27 hours out, but where else she... Awesome! We're headed that way already. You're next, Chloe. I'm not leaving you behind. We're all going back to Verguld together.
I think we can all agree we'd like to reach Ada by sundown, so the sooner we depart, the better.
What's up with this gate? Thought this was supposed to be a quiet mountain village, not a military stronghold.
Does anyone else see that thing moving?
That thing bears quite a resemblance to a cannon and is trained on us.
Out of its way!
You guys never told me we'd have to lay siege to a castle.
I do not take the destruction of my defenses lightly. Now state your purpose here. Having pillaged the capital, does the Empire now sick its hounds on the western frontier?
How dare you think us Imperial dogs?
Still your tongue, Albert.
Huh?
Forgive our trespass. We bear neither you nor this town ill will, Maester Felgrid.
That's Midas?
It is not without reason that we have appeared before you. Please, grant us audience.
You may have grown, Laeticia, but tell me, will you still throw a tantrum if I said no?
I beg of you, Maester. We have a patient who Dr. Eason says only you are able to cure.
A patient of Marcus's? Very well. Open the gate.
I care not how gifted and talented that man is. He has no right to disparage one of royal blood.
His words may have been meant to wound, but he let slip that he still recognized me. I consider that a victory. And now the real battle awaits.
Come. Come, this way, and be quick about it.
What's the deal with the gate, man?
It's far more than that, as I'm sure you've now come to realize. It's a security system designed to rebuff highwaymen and their ilk.
You sure you need it? Place seems safe enough to me.
For now, yes, but it's only a matter of time until Aucerius falls. And then even your most loyal knights will turn to outlawry.
Maester, you do not mean that.
Oh, but I do. I assume it's already begun, in fact. Why else would royalty trek into the hinterlands if not to beg for help? You two, wait outside.
Maester.
This isn't a show. They will only get in the way. Or are you so unmanned by a doctor, you need your mistress to hold your hand?
Hate to interrupt, but I happen to be a semiomancer too. See? You won't even notice me. Promise. I just want to watch. Whatever tech you used for that arm could help a lot more people, you know?
Fine, but not a word from you.
Hey, you mind looking after Duma? Don't want him bumping into Midas while he's trying to do his thing.
Of course.
Duma, keep her out of trouble. Got it?
Well, what news?
I have failed. My pleas for appeals fell on deaf ears.
What do I care about that? I speak of your arm. Will it heal?
Right, of course. He tells me I will lose all use of it within the year.
But surely he can craft for you a new one, right?
He may once have been able to, yes, but that was 14 years ago. Highness!
Maester Felgrid, I throw myself upon your mercy. I beg you, create a new prosthesis.
You know my answer.
I beseech you, do me this one kindness, and I swear by all my forefathers that you shall never again have to see another of my line.
Is that truly why you ventured into this backwater? To give your retainer a health check?
I confess that was not my aim at first, but now I am here for no other purpose than to see my dearest friend well at last. I entreat you, Maester, help him.
The materials I'd need were lost to your kingdom 14 years ago. Nothing short of time travel can see that prosthetic of his made new.
This cannot be.
This is the best I can offer him now. I was warned that the arm mightn't last into adulthood, so I prepared this just in case. With some adjustments, it should provide you with more than enough mobility to lead an ordinary life. But not one of knighthood.
Still, that's a fancy piece of gadgetry. How's it powered?
For no semiomancer, you're quite perceptive.
Busted.
It's plain to see there's no semiomantic connection between you and your orb, and yet still it heeds your command. I confess I've never seen anything like it. How does it work?
That's the million-fall question, isn't it? Sure would be great if you could help us answer it, though.
You think I'll be cozened by such tricks?
Come on, man. If this kingdom goes down, it's taking you with it.
If Aucerius' fate rests entirely on my shoulders, then they deserve what's coming.
Maester!
End of discussion. However, I've a responsibility to see to your arm, one I won't neglect. Anything beyond that is none of my concern.
As you wish.
No, Highness.
I have witnessed firsthand how much this village has come to rely upon you. I cannot in good conscience deprive these people of your services. I ask only that you provide Albert with the care he so rightly deserves.
Wow.
Distress signal received. Distress signal received.
Huh?
Confirmed. Edis affiliated. Escape craft. Entering current orbit. Analyzing call signal. Executive Officer Elena on board.
Already? But how? Something's wrong.
Who speaks? And what's that map?
Not now. Elena? Elena, come in!
Ray, my escape craft has just entered Aster 4's gravitational field. But the attitude control systems can't be operated manually. Deceleration is impossible. Here are my projected landing coordinates.
Got it. See you soon. And stay safe, okay?
I will certainly try. Over.
What the heck was that?
Sorry, guys, but something came up. Gonna need to leave you for a bit.
Over my dead body.
This is serious!
I'm aware, so why then think to go off alone?
Maester Felgrid, I'm afraid we must leave you for now. Albert and I have sworn to assist Ray in locating his companions. Where he goes, so must we. However, upon our return, I would ask that you tend to Albert's arm. Ray, let's hurry.
Thanks. She's coming in too hot.
I'm sorry. She has landed in treacherous terrain. She is beyond our help, if she survived at all.
Yeah, damn it!
Come.
Maester?
You mean to get to that meteorite? Then follow me.
Thanks, man. I owe you.
You are good to help us, Maester. Thank you.
I do this for my village, not for you.
Uh-huh. Keep telling yourself that.
Elena! Son of a... Elena!
Need some assistance? Albert, take the other side. We three ought to suffice.
Ray.
Status?
Right leg and left arm have sustained heavy damage. Neural circuitry offline in both right hand and left leg. Symbo drive is non-functional at the moment. Current power is being supplied from reserve energy source. In maintenance mode, I have, at most, 56 hours remaining. Advanced processing functions are also limited, preventing movement.
Right. How can I help?
Due to depleted energy levels, I will be unable to perform repairs myself. Furthermore, I can no longer salvage the parts I need from this damaged craft.
Crap. So what are we supposed to do?
Take me offline and destroy me. It is imperative that we prevent our technology from falling into the hands of anyone here.
Are you crazy? What kind of captain would I be if I told my crew to start offing themselves? There's another way out of this. I know it!
Of course.
The equipment this life form requires to reconstruct itself can most likely be recovered from your downed escape pod.
Well, you certainly pick very convenient times to start talking.
I speak only when necessary. Such is my programming.
And thank you for deciding to pipe up now, because you're absolutely right. My escape pods barely sustained any damage. Think that'd work for you, Elena?
I don't see why not. So long as you can collect enough of what I need. I should be able to restore my motor control systems to previous output levels. Here, this should be everything.
Thanks. You go into maintenance mode. Save your energy best you can. Just keep a comm channel open for me, got it?
Understood.
Ray, I take this to mean we are returning to the site of your ship?
You mind? It's kinda out of the way.
It may be, but we do not mind. We agreed to assist you in the search for your crew, and we intend to honor that agreement.
Wait. Don't know about you guys, but personally, I am super confused. I won't ask you to explain now, but you will tell us what's going on eventually, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You said there was another meteorite not unlike this one, did you not?
Huh? Yeah? Why?
I should like to see it. Therefore, I shall be joining you.
Oh, so now you're interested in what we're up to. How quickly we change our minds.
What did you say?
You're free to come. Glad you want to, honestly. Because your help's gonna be invaluable. You've got tech like nothing I've seen here. I'll sleep easier knowing Elena's got you in her corner.
Glad I could be your soporific.
And you're sure it's okay to leave her here alone?
She will be fine. The villagers will know better than to enter, and I doubt any of the local fiends will make it this far.
Then let's get cracking. We're on the clock here, people. Move it!
Right behind you.
Ray, hold a moment. By the looks of it, someone has stolen the march on us.
Friends of yours?
Not sure. I don't think so.
Who's there?
Well, that certainly answers my question.
Move it or lose it, jerks! We don't have time for this!
Retreat!
Something fishy's going on. How were they able to control the pod like that? Come to think of it, how'd they even figure out it was here in the first place?
Rather than contemplate unanswerable questions, I would advise that you focus instead on the expedient retrieval of the components the android requires.
Hey, Elena. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We found the pod. Just tell us what you need and we'll get to cutting.
Understood. First, remove the pilot seat. Behind it, you should find a panel. Open it.
We get to dismantle it. Excellent.
What? Someone's excited.
I have never seen this level of craftsmanship. What tools could produce anything with such impressive detail?
Uncle Midas, work now, ask later.
Next, I will need you to obtain the parts necessary to replace my Symbo drive unit. This will require the removal of the pod's generator. When it's removed, you will be unable to make any more long-range subspace communications.
Roger that. Let me call my brother real quick then. See if I can't get him to hurry it up a little. Computer, get me Antonio Lawrence.
Unable to establish connection.
What? Fine, then try my dad. Get me Raoul Lawrence.
Unable to establish connection. Long-range subspace communication. May be unable to reach the Vergold system at this time.
What the hell?
Ray, listen. So long as you're stranded here, you can't afford to lose your lines of communication. My recovery will have to wait.
Sorry, but my captain's intuition is telling me otherwise. We're getting you patched up, whether you like it or not.
But...
My brother's already on his way, plus Chloe's still out there. And how am I supposed to save her without you, huh? You gotta trust me on this one, okay? Everything will be fine.
Understood. Using the parts you salvaged, you'll need to begin by repairing my circuitry, followed by both my arm and hand. At which point I should be recovered enough to repair the remainder of my body myself. Estimated time until completion, 72 hours.
Okay?
That's about the time I expected it would take. Laeticia, I know this kind of derails things, but you cool to wait around?
Of course. But Albert and I shall make the most of it. There is little doubt that many in the region witnessed the descent of Elena's craft. We will find out what they make of it. And we may discover the identity of those we caught snooping about your ship.
I don't know.
It is not without its dangers, I grant you. But if there are more of those men out there, it may affect Elena's chances at recovery.
That's true, but it's a lot to ask.
Where friends are concerned, it is a trifle.
Count me in too! You guys will need a healer on hand in case Albert's arm starts acting up again, right?
Your company would be a boon indeed. If my suspicions are correct and those men are with the Empire, then we will need all the help we can get.
We will return to the shrine 3 days hence. Elena should be on her feet by then.
Okay.
So, quick question. Who is Ray exactly?
If only I knew.
Wait, so does anyone know who he is?
We know only what he tells us, that he comes from beyond the stars or some such.
Beyond the stars?
I admit, we were hard-pressed to believe it as well, but after all we have borne witness to...
So, is that orb a similar deal? Is it from beyond the stars too?
It was cargo on Ray's ship, although he is just as mystified by it as we are.
So many questions!
And no answers. In any event, the fewer people who know about all of this, the better. To that end, let us find out just how far the rumors of Elena's craft have spread.
You three come from the forest north of here? Then you must have seen that comet. So, stumble on anything out of the ordinary? Anything that might start a fire in the groves?
Everything was perfectly normal, I assure you. May I ask, did you happen to notice from which direction the comet fell?
Looked to me as if it came from the east, toward Delric in that area.
I see. Thank you very much.
Best to expand our search to Delric, then. Let's be off.
Lady Laeticia, back so soon. Have you met with Midas?
Yes, and he was good enough to tend to Albert's arm. Although, he would not even so much as entertain our other request.
Branches oft bend to a persistent wind. So, how can I help the three of you today?
Got a question for you. Did you hear anything about a strange shooting star recently?
Oh, to be sure. It was quite the sight. Never seen anything like it. It was all anyone could talk about. Little wonder, the way it scored the skies over Rythel.
Oh, great. So the whole western portion of the kingdom saw it?
Which would mean that the people of Rythel had a clear view. We should check in.
I'm so glad Dr. Eason seems to be doing well.
I believe he was overjoyed to see you as well, was he not?
If he was, then maybe he'll fix his bad habit of leaving me behind and running off to dangerous places.
Oh, you are always so worried for Maester Marcus's safety.
How can I not be after seeing him down in the mines like that? Hopefully he stays out of trouble while I'm gone.
Oh, don't tell me you three are here for a bet at the infirmary, too.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're not. Sorry. Got a lot of people here looking for treatment, but the sick beds are just about full up.
Treatment for what?
Beats me. Things are weird, I tell ya. First, there's word that the rot's going around again, then that comet. Nothing but ill omens. Easy to see why everyone's on edge.
I suppose our best bet is to start with Dr. Vanel. He may know more than most.
Oh, thank the stars.
Whoa, Doc?
You wouldn't believe the number of sick I've been treating. Please, I need your help.
It is quite all right, Nina. The two of us will be fine. Stay and assist Dr. Vanel. We shall return for you later.
Thanks so much, you two. I owe you one.
I'd rather not distract the doctor now. He seems a touch frazzled.
Then mayhaps the townspeople will have something for us.
Nina will have her hands full with assisting at the hospital. We, however, must continue gathering information. Without proper leads, I am not certain where best to begin.
I have heard the ideal location to gather intelligence is at a tavern.
Is that so? Does such a place exist within Rifle?
It seems there is one to the town's northeast. Shall we?
If you insist.
Let us question those individuals there.
Excuse me.
I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah, some nasty goblin man came crawling out of that comet. He's what's been spreading this illness, I tell you.
A goblin from a comet?
I find that quite a hard story to swallow.
I was out on the wharf when that thing came down. And then, where there was nothing, poof, this weird-looking fellow popped up. I ain't never seen anyone like him.
Care to describe him?
A horn! He had a horn! And his skin is like twilight, all purpley. Now you try telling me that thing ain't the cause of this plague.
A man with a horn came out of the comet.
All right, that's quite enough out of you. Sorry, been out of work so long, not much to do save drink.
No, it is quite all right.
Channel's meant to open back up any day now, get us back to sailing. Although these crazy rumors about falling stars and plagues could put an end to those hopes. But really, don't take any of these weird blatherings to heart.
Perhaps we should return to the infirmary.
Are things looking better here?
A bit. Not that I was able to do much. Anyway, learn anything useful?
Only that there is indeed a great deal of talk. At this juncture, I believe it is safe to say that the whole western half of the kingdom is aware of the comet.
And considering the interest around it, more people may yet try to investigate the crash site. We must move Elena from the shrine as soon as possible. I fear we do not have long.
That settles it. Back to her pod we go.
Begging your pardon, but where are you off to?
Delric. And you, sir? Are you a wayfarer?
Oh, something like that. Heard about an odd shooting star in these parts and came to see for myself. You lot seem to have a marked interest in it as well, by the sounds of it.
What?
Couldn't help but notice that orb of yours. Quite a rare specimen. Piqued my curiosity, you see. Enough of this beating around the bush, then. Are you here to retrieve us? Are you here to take us back?
Forgive me, but I do not take your meaning.
I see. Just my luck. And yours is not any better, it seems.
Warning, warning, hostile intent detected.
skin, that horn. The rumors were true.
Really hate to do this, but one has to do what one has to do. Here I thought you would just roll over and die. It seems we'll have to pick this up another time.
Attempt to flee, and you will find out just how fast and painful my chakram are.
Easy there. We'll most likely see each other again soon. But until then, I'll leave the falling star to you.
Hold there! Ugh! Blast it! Of all the times! Ugh!
Albert! We must return to the others with all haste. They need to know of this. Ray, we have returned with ill tidings.
Huh? Are you okay? You look terrible.
Blame the weirdo who tried to bust in and destroy Elena before her repairs were done.
What?
Was some giant purple-skinned asshole. Who the hell are the people on this rock with horns growing out of their heads?
You guys ran into one too!
I would hardly call our foe a giant, but he most certainly had the skin and horn you describe.
Think our days of taking it slow and steady are behind us.
Perhaps, but for now, you should sleep. You may not have another chance for a while. And you look ready to keel over. We shall stand watch for you. We are more than capable. Please, rest while you can.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually. All right. You guys mind waking Midas up before I...
Good night, Ray.
Ray? Ray? It's time to get up. You're awake, finally.
Morning to you too. How you feeling?
Self-repairs are ongoing, but I'm at least able to operate at 70% capacity. I can move just fine now.
Ah, I slept through your first steps. Some captain I am.
Midas was there for me, in your stead.
Oh yeah? Thanks, man.
Nonsense. Any doctor or inventor would do the same.
Now that I've recovered, I can assist you. So, Captain, status report.
Chloe's down here. Likely on the other side of the kingdom. We're gonna find her. Laeticia and the others have promised to help us out, thankfully. Thing is, I kinda had to promise them something in return. That I'd help cajole Midas into returning with them to the capital.
Your efforts on that front will be in vain.
Midas. Should my system see a marked drop in performance, for some reason or another, it would be helpful to have someone familiar with my schematics besides Ray nearby. That way, any problems that arise could be quickly dealt with.
And if I say no?
Then we would bid you farewell, and that would be that. Were I to require help on my journey, I would seek out a local semiomancer or engineer.
Enough, I'm coming. I've Albert's arm to consider after all.
You will?
But I'm only accompanying you lot for purely semiomantic reasons. I reserve the right to leave whensoever I wish.
Appreciate it.
Now, as for Chloe, any idea on how to begin our search?
We have heard from reliable sources that Rythel's ports are meant to reopen in due course. And the quickest way to the easterly lands is by ship through the channel.
Sounds like a plan. Come on, we got a boat with our name on it.
By the way, didn't you guys get attacked by some weirdo the last time you passed through here?
We did.
Can't help but wonder, does he have something to do with the people who downed me and Chloe's pods?
It's still too early to tell. Midas, can we be certain that no race of people resembling that man exists on this planet?
No, not 100%. They could very well be natives of some part of Nilbeth.
Nilbeth?
The continent that lies to the south of Aucerius. Various and sundry races inhabit that realm, so it is not out of the question that one of them remains undiscovered.
Now that you mention it, since Elena's pod flew over Nilbeth on the way in, maybe someone there saw it and decided to follow her to this continent.
To that point, Nilbeth possesses technology and semiomancy that neither Aucerius nor the Vale Empire do. Perhaps a few overweening semiomancers wish to leverage their position.
Let's hope it's nothing more.
I think we're in luck. You know what they say. When ships come to dock, birds arrive by the flock. This must mean the ferries are up and running again. Like, just look at all those birds.
I doubt a mere fleet of ships brought this many birds here.
Oh, filthy pests!
Maester, are you all right?
I'm fine. I knew nothing good would come from fraternizing with you royals.
I think it's the other way around. It's karma for you being such a sourpuss.
What was that?
You gross! Get away from me! What's up, Elena? Is something wrong?
No.
Dr. Vanel, what's going on with the village?
There you are, Nina. I'd love to know the same. It's been this way since the first ferry arrived from the east.
Everyone, do not be alarmed, but I believe we should vacate the area as soon as possible.
Why?
This village might be experiencing an outbreak. If any of you, especially Ray, got infected, it could be fatal.
Wait! But can't we...
Doctor, isn't there something you can do about this? Some medicine or semiomancy you can use?
We have simples to reduce fever and cough, but those merely treat the symptoms. They are not a cure for the malady.
Let me get this straight. Ships brought this disease with them, right? Meaning it originated somewhere in the east. Thus, worst case scenario, the whole eastern half of the kingdom could become infected too. Therefore, if we just leave this disease to spread...
It would still pose an immense risk to you and Chloe at the very least. Understood. Just to be safe, however, everyone besides Nina should move as far away from this infirmary as possible. I also strongly encourage the use of face masks. Cloth will suffice if none are available.
Gotcha. Dr. Vanel, Elena will provide help. Just fill her in on the details.
Pardon me, are you a doctor?
No, but I have the skills and knowledge comparable to one. Also, it's impossible for me to become infected. I can safely examine the most ill of patients. This is ground zero, Ray. Take the others far away from here.
Let's just hole up here for the day. I don't want to incur Elena's wrath.
I'm curious as to what form that would take. I'm sure it would make for quite the spectacle.
You're a braver man than I.
At any rate, I must go. Some of us have to wash feculence from their raiment.
All right, then. In the meantime, we should sit tight until we hear word from Nina and Elena. Can such flimsy cloth truly prevent us from contracting the illness?
Not really, but it's still better than nothing. Plus, you're not just wearing one for your own health. If you ever get sick, it'll keep you from infecting other people, to some extent.
I don't understand. How does the act of covering one's mouth and nose prevent the spread of disease?
Oh, right. You're not really up on bacteria and viruses, are you? Would really like to ask Midas just how much people here know about that kind of thing, but where is he? Still getting his beauty sleep? Hey, Midas, the hell you still in bed for? Time to get up and face the day.
Ray, please. Not a step further.
Huh?
Contact Elena this instant. He could be in danger.
Okay. You got it. Elena, you busy right now? Looks like there's something wrong with Midas.
His temperature is more than high enough to constitute a fever.
Will he be all right?
Still too early to say. We must rush to collect some samples, however. Those birds' feces.
Ugh, why do we need that?
Simple. Because it serves as a breeding ground for a specific type of bacteria. That bacteria causes Helgar's disease, or colloquially, the rot.
The scourge ravaging this village is Helgar's disease? And Maester Felgrid?
Laeticia, remain calm. It may be a fatal disease for the people of this planet, but it can be eliminated.
Is that really possible?
Yes. I read through all the research in Nina's possession. Using that, we should be able to create an antibiotic. We cannot, however, fashion it out of thin air. I'll need multiple samples of the microbe. As it resides in birds' fecal matter, that's what we'll collect.
Aren't you overlooking something? Rysel is a veritable aviary at this point. With this many birds here, isn't it already too late to save the town?
At first glance, but there aren't many people infected. Why is unclear, but the samples will help elucidate that. Don't worry, I will do the actual collection.
So where do we find these samples? The port?
No, in the many roosts that have sprung up all over town. By observing their flight patterns, I discovered something. Each bird belongs to a distinct social group. If we investigate the nests of these groups, it should yield invaluable information.
We've not a moment to lose.
Hey, Laeticia, Albert. Is it just me, or have we seen that somewhere before?
No, we have. It's identical to what we saw in the mines.
They possess morphological abnormalities. You said you've seen this species before?
Yes, in the Delric mines.
Right now, Midas's health is our top priority. The villagers can deal with this avian infestation themselves after we found a cure.
Indeed.
This zone of inhibition is huge! I think we did it!
Yes, I believe we did, Nina. I must give you credit. Selecting the perfect herb from all of our options was no easy task.
Well, after all, it is my specialty.
You have a keen eye. I forgot I even had it stocked. What exactly is that circle?
Do you see the white part of this plate? It's filled with bacteria, organisms that are so small they cannot be seen with the naked eye. It's these invisible organisms that have made your villagers fall ill. As for this circle, it's called a zone of inhibition. It forms around the site where you place your prospective antidote. The larger it is, the more effective your drug is at killing the bacteria. Meaning...
If we give this drug to people, they won't be afflicted by the disease anymore?
Not entirely correct. An antibiotic merely eliminates the cause of the disease. Whether or not the patient is able to recover depends on other factors.
Regardless, it will still rid the world of Helgars, right? That's quite the medicine. What's more, you don't even need iatromancy to create it.
Elena?
Ray, a moment, if you will.
At last, an end to our worries. Soon the kingdom shall be free of this plague. I hate to ask this, but Dr. Vanel, don't you agree we should keep this medicine a secret for now?
Yes. Yes, I do. Why is that?
Because the plant used to make it can only be found in one location, and in limited numbers. With as few plants as there are, There's no way we can make enough doses for everyone. And where might we be able to find these elusive plants? Mount Corinth, and nowhere else. It's just to the north of Kato, and the quickest way I know to get there would be by ferry.
If Kato's along the ferry route as well, their citizens might also have fallen ill.
This is awful. I know it's better to keep this hidden, but I still can't help feeling...
Nina.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go get Elena. Before we do anything, first we need Uncle Midas to get well again.
Morning, Uncle Midas. You feeling any better?
Well enough, but I'm much too old to go through all that again.
You should count your lucky stars since your quick recovery is pretty miraculous.
I heard. It seems I was struck with the rot. I owe you two.
It's all thanks to Nina. Her many years of diligent research are what paved the way for this discovery. Without her research, it would have been almost impossible to find the plant that contained the appropriate compound.
Filberto would be pleased to hear that.
Thanks.
Well, now that Midas is back to form, I say we're eastward bound.
About that. I hate to put a damper on things, but after the disaster with the first one, they've stopped running the ferries again.
Please tell me you're joking. At this rate, we're never going to be able to search for Chloe.
If you've the stamina, I know a way to Kato, and maybe her. The trail leads from where we repaired Elena, and over the peak of Galca Lemphis.
A trail? There?
It fell out of use over a century ago, so I'd be more surprised if you did know of it. Once we're over, we'll make for Mount Corinth. The herbs for your medicine can be found there. And I imagine the Kato seaport will need said cure if we hope to see their ferry services return in a timely manner, yes?
Then you will assist us. Thank you, Maester Felgrid.
Stop. I'm only accompanying you because of Albert and Elena. And I suppose for the sake of Ada itself, it's not uncommon for the residents to visit flatland settlements. We should have the cure on hand in case one succumbs to the rot.
Excuses, excuses.
Silence, whelp. Now, unless anyone wants to experience what I did, I say we get moving.
The start of a beautiful friendship.
He's just not good at expressing himself, but he'll come around. I'm sure you and Albert can both sympathize with his plight.
Huh? The hell's that mean?
I think I might have an idea.
Well, sure is imposing enough to be hallowed.
Hence the shrine erected at its base. Compared to this, your climb to Ada was a morning constitutional.
Noted. But if Aucerians could scale this mountain a century ago, I see no reason why we can't.
Might I remind you, Midas, you're still convalescing, and I heard Albert also fell ill at one point. Please exercise caution.
Pardon me, but might it behoove us to pray for our safe passage?
Not if you're in as much of a hurry as you say.
If it's not too much trouble, I'd like to pray as well.
Why?
My pod crash-landed in this shrine's sanctuary, leaving it in utter ruin. If a tutelar does preside over this mountain, I should apologize to it for my transgression. Isn't that right, Ray?
As you wish. The automaton sleeps.
She does, but why do you ask?
I doubt you understand. This is clearly beyond your ken.
After all I have seen, little would vex me about Ray or Elena.
But you saw what should be her muscles and bones. Those were no human innards.
I assumed it was similar to how we encountered the man with the horned pate. A new race, one with a drastically different anatomy.
I see. In actuality, what is Elena?
She's what we call an android. A highly advanced mechanical doll modeled after a human.
Pardon me, I find that hard to fathom.
Laeticia, the operative phrase here is highly advanced. Remember my Lagomore in Ada?
I do.
Would that think to pray to a god?
Well, no.
Neither would Elena, and yet she was able to sense the anxiety in your facial expression. Make a moral appeal to Raymond and coax us in what she calculated would be the right direction. That is a feat even some of us humans cannot perform. Raymond, I must ask. Though she may be a doll, there must be something special about her, no?
If you want to know if she's special to me, then yes. But if you mean in general, no. Where I'm from, you bump into androids everywhere.
Preposterous, but also enticing. All right, I've made up my mind. I do not believe we have discussed my payment for repairing Elena. As compensation, you will take me back to your homeland with you.
Just so you know, that's not really for me to decide, but I'll put in a good word for you.
I am not asking.
Yeah, I heard you. Don't worry, I'll do all I can.
What wonders abound there?
Laeticia?
Please, pay me no mind.
Then the matter is settled. Now, may we endeavor to complete these fool's errands? And may a certain royal retainer come to terms with his fate?
I am certain he shall.
Hey, is that? Looks like people from town are headed this way. Any clue who they are?
Kato City Guard, I presume. Would you kindly fall back, Your Highness?
Halt! Who goes there? And what business have you on this side of Mount Carteranth?
We mean no harm. We are but travelers wishing to return to the capital.
Kato has closed its gates to all outsiders. I strongly suggest you return from whence you came. Now be gone.
What? But we just finished our descent. You can't send us right back.
Be silent. Either return to the west, or return with us as prisoners. Lest you wish to rot in a cell, I suggest you leave now.
Save your breath. The knights of this realm hear naught but the sound of their own voices.
What was that?
You didn't hear? I said the only weapon these pompous blowhards can wield is hot air.
What do you think you're doing?
Bastard! One does not impugn the city guard without consequence! Impudent knaves! You'll regret this!
Guys, they're calling for backup.
Have we no recourse but to reveal that we're with the crown?
Before that, Albert, do you not recognize that armor?
I must admit, I never expected to see your face this far west.
Theo!
Commander? Well met, Sir Albert Bergholm. Stretching our legs with a jaunt over Galcolemphus, are we?
Bergholm? The one from the King's Guard?
Yes, the very same. Therefore, I believe an apology is in order.
Please, forgive us!
Water under the bridge. I must also apologize for my colleagues' uncouth behavior.
I merely showed them all the respect their station commands.
As ill-humored and sharp-tongued as always, Maester Felgrid. It's a wonder you deigned to join hands with anyone at all. But enough small talk. Follow me. My compatriots did speak the truth about Kato, you know. Please don't go about repeating this to anyone. The rot has taken root here.
Do you know the cause of the outbreak in Kato?
A blackguard who is purposefully spreading the disease. Hence why these forces have been mobilized.
Purposefully spreading?
Correct. Just so happens that as the first townspeople fell ill, rumors of a young woman clad in strange garb began to circulate. She is the reason I'm here. Your companions, too, are dressed in rather unique attire.
All things considered, I can understand why my men were so quick to engage you.
A woman in strange garb? Wait, do you mean Chloe?
Ah, good to know we may have a new lead. Now then, you two, mind introducing yourselves? I believe I'm long overdue an introduction.
Well, aren't you self-important?
As I have explained before, we are in pursuit of a woman in peculiar garb. And to my eye, it would seem you bear some connection to her.
Oh, and what if I did?
Then I would take you in for questioning. I should have already done so the moment I laid eyes on you. You are too suspicious by half to keep the company of one such as her.
Enough of this, cousin!
Cousin?
You overstep your bounds. You will treat these two with utmost civility.
Someone feels strongly. Do you, Albie?
Albie?
In truth, we would not have made it nearly this far without their assistance. And can we leave that nickname in the past where it belongs?
Did not expect that. Even if you say they are to be trusted, who am I to believe otherwise? I suppose a maester wouldn't tag along with just anyone. Speaking of your party, am I correct in assuming you're Maester de Forge's daughter?
Whoa, you know who I am?
I happened to be a member of the Kingsguard when His Majesty visited Delric for your father's funeral.
Oh, sorry to be blunt, but who are you exactly? I get that you know Albert and Laeticia, but they've never mentioned you before.
I am Theo Clemrath, son of Duke Lambert Clemrath, brother to His Majesty the King, cousin to Princess Laeticia.
Clemrath? Wait, Theo, as in Commander Theo of the Aucerian Naval Forces? I'm so sorry!
There's no need to be, I assure you. Any friend of Albie and Letty's is a friend of mine. However, I can't be friends with those whose names I don't yet know. So, would you care to rectify the situation?
I am Raymond Lawrence.
And I'm Elena.
Well then, Ray, Elena. I think it's high time we got to talking. I'm sure there's much to discuss. If it weren't for Letty, I'd think you'd lost your minds.
I know it's crazy, but that woman you're after could be one of my crewmates. And if it is, there's no way she's the source of the rot.
Though I'm inclined to believe you, our political situation with the Empire complicates matters. Residents of Baldar Citadel are evacuating in droves, seeking safe harbor in the capital and Kato. Many suspect that a number of Imperial spies have used this exodus to slip unseen into our lands. The People's Guard is up. Anything outside the norm is viewed askance.
So the Commons have seen this woman, then?
Eyewitness reports claim she was spotted near the Tides. Soon after the encounter, the rot took hold here, to which many and more succumbed. As much as I would like to investigate further, I can't risk it. The mountains are far too dangerous.
Is there truly not to be done?
Yes, as it stands. We are severely short-handed. You saw how I was the only one who responded to your commotion with the guards.
Well, if you require helping hands...
Then you're in luck, 'cause you've come to the right people.
We'll investigate for you.
Of course.
Theo, Nina and Elena have made the discovery of the century. They have found a cure for Helgars.
What?
And it just so happens the herbs we need can be found on that mountain. Commander, I know the place is dangerous, but could you allow us access to the Tides?
Please, cousin.
How can I say no? It's not every day Letty thinks to use the word please with me. I would like to offer you something in return, though. Perhaps I can make some headway in the search for your comrade. So, what should I know about her?
Well, her name's Chloe Canaris, and she'll probably be dressed like us.
What sorcery is this?
She's a jumpy one, so no wanted posters or anything like that, got it?
As you wish. Likewise, refrain from pulling that trick again. The townspeople are on edge enough as it is. I must confess, I never dreamed so foolhardy a plan would reap such bountiful rewards. Indeed, I assumed it would be impossible to yoke the Maester Felgrid to our cause.
And it would have been if not for Ray. He has been a great help to us.
Then the kingdom owes your companion a debt of gratitude. That said, judging by the Maester's ill humor, he hardly seems taken with the idea of offering assistance.
I cannot deny that he has his fair share of reservations, and while I have no intention of coercing him...
There's Albie's arm to consider.
Precisely. It is for that reason alone the Maester travels with us, or so he claims.
So, his feelings notwithstanding, he's promised to join you as far as the capital.
Theo?
A word of caution. Do not get your hopes up. All of this may come to naught. Our situation grows more dire every day. More drastic measures may need to be taken.
Yes, I am aware.
Okay, guys. The plant we're looking for is called dillwhip, and only grows in dank, dark spaces, areas that don't get much sunlight. If you spot a plant that looks promising, give me a holler. Depending on what we find, Elena and I should be able to figure out how many doses we can make.
And let us not forget Theo's request. We must keep watch for any signs of that mysterious woman.
Now, if I were Dillwhip, this is where I'd want to be.
Yo, Nina. Wait for us, okay? Doesn't look like the safest place to wander into alone.
I'll be fine. A little darkness won't keep me away from my field work.
Warning, mid-size hostile entity detected.
Come.
A little help?
How? Save it. We got a monster to kill. Now things are getting weird.
Why the furrowed brow? 'Tis only a fiend's den, though it is a rather foul one, I grant you.
This nest bears an uncanny resemblance to those we happened upon within the Delric mines. The similarities seem more than coincidence.
And a portion of Rythel's gull population was roosting in nearly identical conditions as well.
Look! Oh, come on. Seriously? They're all dried up. The nest must have changed the acidity of the soil.
I've rendered a map of the area. Let's speak with Theo when we return. Ask his contingent to exterminate the creatures. For now, we should continue our search.
Hey! These two?
Fresh footprints, and of the human variety. Give me a moment. I can analyze them.
Huh?
Only one set. They came alone. The shoe size is similar to that of Laeticia's. And considering the distance between each of them, they likely belong to a short female.
You think it's Chloe?
I can't tell just from this.
I kinda doubt it's your friend, honestly. Because whoever came through here definitely already knew about the monster den.
That, or they knew this is where the herbs would be.
We're not gonna get eaten here, are we?
Warning, warning. Air pollutant concentration reaching abnormal levels.
Huh? What now?
Everyone, step away from this cave immediately. The air in here is filled with an airborne neurotoxin. It won't have any effect on me, but inhaling even a trace amount will cause instant paralysis.
The legends are true. Is this the Enchantress's work?
More likely, the fungi growing on that rock face is the source of the toxin. My guess is they use their spores to incapacitate their prey, then feed off the resulting carcass.
Dang. Who needs fiction when reality is this terrifying?
The natural world is a far more dangerous place than most would care to admit. Unfortunately, humanity has a tendency to forget that.
Well, I sure as hell won't.
Someone has taken a great deal of time and effort to outfit this cave. And to very ill ends, by the look of things.
Ill ends indeed.
Alright, we're way past weird at this point. They're not making these things, are they?
Warning, firearm detected in immediate vicinity.
Get down!
Ray! Nina! Maester Felgrid! Find
Confirming
cover
hostiles'
now!
combat superiority. Engaging defense system.
Nice one, Duma. Elena, know where they are?
Target sighted. Sending coordinates.
Duma, keep Laeticia safe.
I would strongly advise against deploying shields on non-combatants. Your strategic advantage may be compromised.
Don't care about your advice. Protect Laeticia.
No, don't! It's too dangerous!
Who the hell are you people?
Now you ask. After you shoot us? Nuh-uh. We're the ones asking the questions, so out with it. Who are you people? We know you're not some enchantress.
Unbelievable. How desperate are you to follow us all the way out here? The Colonel was right. There's no escaping you, is there?
You escape us? You were the ones messing with my escape pod, don't forget.
Think I would be easy to abduct? Blame your own misfortune that embroiled you in this. Now perish!
Warning, large hostile entity detected in vicinity.
No kidding.
How in blazes could that monstrosity remain concealed from us?
Duma hasn't much in the way of sight. They will not speak a word until the enemy is closing in, I believe. There is a chance, then, that more of those beasts are lying in wait.
Oh, I'm sure Theo will love to hear that.
What of that woman who attacked us, though? Who is she?
Clearly another horned assailant.
That does seem to be the case. Moreover, their technology leads me to believe.
They're off-worlders.
What?
Hey, where's Nina?
Yes, where has she gone?
Oh, hell yeah!
Nina?
I finally found you, you beautiful plants. Oh, and just look at you, not a scratch on you.
This tract of land is a veritable herb garden.
Or an actual garden, even. So here we have a lab growing herbs needed to treat a fatal disease that, up until literally hours ago, had no known cure. How incredibly convenient.
It seems your suspicions are correct. Delric, Rythel, and Kato. All of them with the words, "put to testing." These are orders.
Testing?
Delric is marked with a bug, Rythel a bird, and Kato, simples. This confirms without a shadow of a doubt what I feared all along. Someone means our kingdom harm.
Then, could it be?
Yes, those horned knaves plot against us, at the Empire's directive.
This is most disturbing news. I assumed the Empire had its claws in our lands, but to think they had sunk so deep.
We witnessed plain as day the sort of tests they mean to deploy. To be frank, a laboratory of that scale is not something one woman can conceal. What's more, her friends have been spotted in all corners of the kingdom.
Meaning that someone on our side has allowed these Imperial agents to waltz right over our borders. Fantastic. At this rate, it would seem that even I myself will have to fall to my knees and supplicate Maester Felgrid.
Can I ask, what's with Midas? Why is he so pig-headed about this? I get that something went down 14 years ago, but what? Dude's clearly got an axe to grind with you people. But after all we've been through, you'd think he'd have a change of heart by now. Can't imagine what happened if he's still pissed.
Yes, well...
This conversation is not one I feel comfortable being overheard. We cannot know who might be listening in.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt, but do you have a second?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Commander Theo, I know you'll do your best, but I need you to understand just how valuable these symbols are. We found them growing in one spot and one spot only. Please, your men have to be very careful. We have to protect them, or we'll lose the cure forever. So many lives will be lost.
You needn't worry. Trust me when I say I want to rid our lands of this illness just as much as you do. Those herbs are to be delivered to the Consortium, am I correct?
Yes, Laeticia promised to get me an audience.
My men will see they are kept safe. You have my word. And in return, I assume you will discover a more efficient means by which to save our countrymen?
Yes, of course. You can count on me, Commander.
Though, Letty, I fear your arrival in the capital may not be well received. Your abrupt return after your equally sudden flight will likely raise eyebrows and wag tongues. To that end, perhaps it's best I accompany you.
Back to Ascendros?
Yes. Come to think of it, what you've uncovered is far too important to entrust to my men. What's more, my accompanying you will provide me the opportunity to answer Ray's question. I nearly forgot. Here, it is news from the capital. A woman by the name of Chloe Canaris, was it? Has been found and is currently being held.
Really?
And you will never guess who supplied us with this piece of intelligence. Chancellor Neon himself.
Wait, what? Is that a bad thing, or...?
Neon is a chancellor and a captain of the Kingsguard, charged with peacekeeping in the realm.
At first, your friend was assumed to be a refugee from Baldar. Her curious garb and general confusion about the situation, however, well, it led our men to believe the worst. She was suspected of being a spy.
What? You locked her up? I swear, you harm one hair on her head.
Calm yourself. She will be released once we explain who she is. However, I will do the talking. The Chancellor may not listen to Albie or Letty.
I appreciate it. I know you've got other stuff to deal with.
Please think nothing of it. This gesture is a trifle compared to what you've done for us. Now then, when do we depart?
Right now.
Right now it is. As soon as we've made our preparations, we will shove off.
Not the look I'd expect from one who's about to reunite with a comrade.
And where's your smile? This is what you wanted, isn't it? Returning home with your maester in tow? You seem ready for a funeral.
Maester Felgrid's support is but one part of a much larger plan. This will be the first step of many.
I feel ya. Even with Chloe back, it doesn't mean we're any closer to home.
Ray, about that, I've been meaning to ask this for some time.
I already know where this is going, and the answer's a resounding yes.
Ray...
We're in this together, right? I've got your back.
Thank you, Ray.